Our school is in the Middle East, the Holy Land, and specifically in Jerusalem.
The climate in our city is stable and we have 4 seasons. The average temperature in summer is 30 degrees Celsius and in winter it's 15 degrees Celsius. We depend completely on rainwater, which only comes between October and January.
Lack of water is an everyday misery. In addition to that, we are under occupation. And this causes another severe problem, which is lack of lands we are allowed to build on.
Wasted spaces are always the concern of society. Occupation also affects the political status, directly affecting the environmental conditions. Every now and then, parents cannot afford fees for their children's education due to stable money income problems.
We are thinking through architecture to change the lifestyle of our students. We will try to make the student feel safe and won't leave the school because of a money burden.
Sharing profits leads to being part of a huge system. That deepens devotion to the system, which at the end helps to spread the loyalty of the Ras Al Moed.
Waste of efforts.
Waste of resources.
People respected and served the rich and powerful.
Globalization only looks at customers. Example, you pay.
Bad health conditions, unable to get treatment.
Many health problems that start from overweight, bad habits, that leads to cancer and heart. The building. The current building costs energy around $85,000 annually. Employees around $2 million and average absence for students and employees 10 days per year.
Waste of efforts.
Waste of resources.
People respected and served the rich and powerful.
Globalization only looks at customers. Example, you pay.
Bad health conditions, unable to get treatment.
Many health problems that start from overweight, bad habits, that leads to cancer and heart. The building. The current building costs energy around $85,000 annually. Employees around $2 million and average absence for students and employees 10 days per year.
For thousands of years till the end of the 20th century, whatever was the difference in schools' education methods, they all shared the same rigid fact. The teacher or the elder was the key point of what and how the students were taught. He could control all sources of information the students could reach and orient them according to his knowledge and brilliance. The most effective learning method and what opens the mind were basically books. This is usually true all the time, as whatever the student reads is a summation of another human's accumulation of knowledge, experience, brilliance, skill, and personal opinion. Even libraries have a limit to what is presented there, their size, availability, and how and when you can use their materials.
Television in the 20th century failed to be an effective educating method, as according to the statistics, 93% of the materials shown do not add to the positive knowledge that develops the viewer's mind. Channels are also oriented by policies of their owners. Many were used to shape the mind of the viewers according to what is presented and how direct they wanted to outline it. This created many stereotypes in the viewer's mind and even the whole society, which at the end served the benefits of channels owners or governments.
The Internet Library contains many materials that were in the short past impossible to reach. Archives of thousands of millions of books, things that none imagined could reach. Pieces of music in all tastes, maps, directions from and in almost any place on this planet. Presentations of famous figures and educators. People freely post their opinions and share information and debate. The growing Internet Library is not readable but also watchable. Documentary films that discuss all human matters and achievements, and even recorded live events, could be reached anytime or anywhere. Learning anything or any language does not need a teacher. It only needs determination to learn and a search engine.
In this section, we are discussing the main 3 architectural methods that we are going to try applying our ideas on, which are
spaces in relation to teaching methods, furniture and life recycling, paying by energy instead of money.
Now we're going to discuss spaces in relation to teaching methods.
The strengths are maximizing efficiency of space,
The breaking routine,
technology in education will be implanted,
Methods of teaching will transform, develop, and maybe there will be an evolution.
And pioneering.
Now for the weaknesses. Nobody has tried this experience before in our region. As for the other regions, we're not quite sure.
Most of ideas are theoretical yet can be easily done in the near future.
Lack of general awareness in workers or devotion to new ideas.
More skilled staff are needed.
Closed systems in ventilation, heating, cooling force the system to work all the time. As for the threats, sudden changes or no gradation may cause people to reject the system.
No determination to develop will cause failure.
Hard work should be implemented at the first evaluation. Changes to the system may have to be applied, which might require spending some money.
We move to the strength of self-built furniture. Less dependency on buying furniture.
Less earth resources.
Shapes can be created depending on the need due to flexibility.
No waste of broken or old furniture.
Teaching students use everything around them.
More human.
And changing minds from buying to creating.
The weaknesses being the need of workshops and skilled workers and teachers.
Younger students may not be able to participate.
More time to employees who will supervise.
The need to educate parents about this more and more than students. For the opportunities, teaching green is practical.
Creativity of students will develop.
Parents can share working.
Workshops can educate all people around the school.
Teaching partial practical skills to students and people.
Maximizing resources efficiently.
Design skills will develop instead of consumptions alone.
More to do, less violence on the long run. As for the threats, laziness.
Needs more management.
Increasing running costs.
The furniture might not look so good in the early stages.
Paying school fees by different method, which is paying by energy. Strength. Encourage more people from rural classes to attend the LaSalle schools.
Maximizing energy efficiency.
Green energy, better earth.
Applicable, not just theory.
More sports, better health, and less overweight.
Students feel that he does something good to himself and to the world.
Teamwork and caring.
Sharing profits leads to being part of a huge system. This deepens devotion to this system, which at the end helps to spread the reality to the LaSalle worlds. As for the weaknesses, new idea needs a lot of planning and educating the moral to parents.
Real-time management.
Special infrastructures.
More controlled spaces.
Closed system.
Needs more time from students.
Special arrangements with electrical company.
Younger students can join.
And more safety needs.
Opportunities. System technology will develop with time.
The more efficient system will make the students also cover his food.
Extra money can be donated to charitable organizations in the forms of money.
Parents can join the system after work.
Community can join and benefit from profits.
School can educate while people are training, not only students, community as well.
Real practice of teamwork.
May reduce expenses of students to $0.
Restore many of the LaSalle's morals.
For the threats, maintenance.
Failure to generate enough energy.
Changing the mind of society.
More people will visit the school. If not managed carefully, this might be a threat for the security of students.
Using tablets instead of blackboards will change the shape of class forever. There will be no need to face a wall and lessons could be taken anywhere else easily. Education changes. From 1970, many schools tried to apply for the open school teaching, which means all learn in one huge space. This was for educational purposes, not for energy savings. We will try to use this method with new tablet technologies to enhance learning experience and in the same time increasing the quality of interior environment and save energy. Learning in an open space will develop many of the LaSalle ethics like devotion, sharing, communication, gradation, volunteering, trust, internal calm, motivation, teamwork, resilience, and constant development. Producing the furniture Temperature Locally will add new functions to schools, like recycling labs, and will introduce new recyclable furniture and materials like cork desks and chairs. Spaces will be reformed according to needs, and students will have their own custom-made furniture.
كمان يلا.
Successful projects in the world, such as the Natural Museum in the United States, designed by architect Resma Piano, reduced 40% from the energy bill. The appearance of the building keeps changing with the seasons. This creates multi-level green playgrounds, which will merge the building with the surroundings. A new gym will be established. It will consist mainly of stationary bikes. That is, if a user cycles 4 hours a week over a period of 40 weeks per year, he will generate 110 kilowatts annually. This service will be also available to use by parents and people from outside the school. If, as research, 6,000 members join us as a start, 660,000 kilowatts will be generated per year. This gives out $100,000 annually, covering the running costs of the existing building and its isolation, and will even give a surplus of about $16,000. As more people start participating, the income will triple or even more. This money can be given to charity or can be used to decrease the educational fees of the school. Not only will it be generating money, but more importantly, it will cause people to willingly practice sports, making them 400% more healthy. With the technological advancement over time, a 4D cinema can be set up, which will help educate the participants utilizing applications like Google Maps or others. This will give the students a virtual reality experience, and they will feel that they are cycling in different climates over the world.
According to the geological studies all over the year, Earth 2 meters and below the surface temperature is constant. In Jerusalem, according to the local studies, temperature varies between 4 degrees Celsius in winter and 36 degrees Celsius in summer. 60% of energy consumption is either on heating or cooling. Comfortable room temperature varies between 20 and 25 degrees. As soon as we learned in geography that Earth temperature underground is constant all year, we investigated how much it is in Jerusalem and found that it's 17 degrees Celsius. This means if we find a way to transfer this constant temperature to our system, this will make us, in summer, do not need to cool down the buildings, as the temperature preferable in summer is 20 degrees Celsius. In winter, we need to heat 7 degrees Celsius from 17 degrees Celsius to 24 degrees Celsius. For the ventilation, as we have one open space, using pressure difference between hot and colder air will allow us to control air circulation as our grandfathers did, in a traditional element in buildings called barrages. Creating this pressure difference between lower and upper levels and the towers built with combination of the previous systems will always cool, heat and ventilate air.
Architectural recommendations. We are recommending some functions to be added, some to be removed, and some to be edited. New functions and element. 1. Electrical generating gym and at the same time adventure study rooms. 2. Geothermal rooms. 3. Servers rooms. 4. Ventilation towers. 5. Effective large water wells at bottom of site. 6. Recycling labs. 7. Workshops for crafts and creations. 8. Kitchens that the students use in groups to prepare food for themselves daily. 9. Water elements which use recycled water, fountains or small river. Elements to be removed. 1. Horizontal circulations, corridors, could be gradually. 2. Rigid closed classrooms and meeting. 3. Car parkings and roads, only for emergency. Elements to be edited. 1. Removable partitions. 2. Color of tiles and walls to be embedded in different spaces. 3. Square classrooms to be circular and space between circles will be the corridors. 4. Level of floor. 5. Inclination and curvature of ceilings. 6. Playgrounds to be multi-level to separate different activities and age groups. 7. Landscape and sitting areas should be half circles like amphitheaters to allow effective use of group work in the open air. 8. Animal zone which helps the students deal with different creatures. 9. Cafeterias must be changed to gathering places for sharing food the students prepare.